That piece is 1/4 inch by 4 inches long. Okay, so what you're doing here is you adjust the fence to the point that you want the saw blade to just cut the angle. You don't exactly want to go through the corner here.
In other words, you don't want a sharp edge, you want a blunt end.
Correct.
And we've got the blade tilted at 30 degrees.
30 degrees. Okay, so let's try cutting this.
If you don't have one of these, a nail will do.
Or you can buy them at Busy Bee for about $5. Quite handy.
The secret to doing this is you clamp it together and then you put in the first 2 screws, and after you've got those screws in you can let the clamps go and away you go.
So what I like to do is to move the table around, so obviously you don't drill into your table like that.
Okay, so we've got it clamped down. You don't have to have fancy clamps, but you do have to figure out yourself how to clamp it down.
Or even double-sided tape works really, really well.
The idea is if you drill both pieces together, then the holes will line up, because unlike wood, there's no give.
Okay, so once you've drilled the 4 holes for your screws, just put a little X mark or some kind of a little mark to show where your alignment is, the way that it's supposed to go. Now, this piece you don't drill anymore. This piece needs to get tapped. This one here, what you want to do is you want to drill these 4 holes out for a clearance drill for the screw that you're using. In this case, it's a 1032 screw. So we want to put a .188 or a 3/16 drill in the drill press. Drill these out for a clearance hole.
But the first holes that we drilled were the correct size for what the tap needs.
Yep, which is number 21. So the next step is put your two plates together, align them with your alignment marks, and what happens is here, because you've got the holes drilled that'll allow the tap to pass through, it makes it really easy to get the tap nice and straight. As soon as you start feeding the tap in, the one hole holds it nice and straight, and you can get the holes nicely aligned. Make sure you use some kind of a tapping fluid, oil, or something on the aluminum to make the threads nice and clean, and also stops your tap from breaking.
Machine oil works.
Yeah.
Put all 3 in one.
Now we're going to do the countersink. The idea is you want to use flathead screws because the taper on the flathead screws aligns your two pieces perfectly, just like you'd have dowels in there. Periodically check your countersink with your screw, because you only want to go in deep enough to make it flush.
And if you don't have a countersink, you can just use a larger drill.
Nice and flush like that. So once you've got your screws in, tighten her up, and that snugs everything down. Usually on a dovetail this side, 4 screws is fine. And so what you have now is a working dovetail. Only cost a few bucks, and it works just as good as the bought ones.